Okay, looks like we are all good now. Just waiting for this game to load up. Whoops, there we go. There we go. Actually, hold on just a second. Let me see, since now I have this in windowed mode. Let me see if I can do this. Hmm. Hmm. Hold on, just adjusting things here. Okay, I think this is good now. I just wanted to check to see how things were here. Luckily, now with this windowed mode, can easily switch between screens. Okay, anyways, let's continue. When we last left off, we made the Charlie Brown family and Lucy, Linus, and Rerun family. Kind of want there to be more than just two households though, so I'll make the Schroeder house. And then I'll actually start playing because I do want to actually I do want to actually play The Sims. I don't just want to just make houses and families and such. I want to actually do the whole life simming thing. You know? That's why we play this game. Okay, so Schroeder does not have a last name proper in the strip. But apparently they, in the Peanuts movie, they called him Schroeder Felton, so we gotta call him something, so we'll do that. We will call him that. Call him something. Okay. Schroeder. Okay. Looking up the best way to do this. No, I don't have like I said, not the best at sculpting faces. And of course, also, Peanuts characters don't really have the, most detailed faces and face structures and all that, so we're just gonna kind of wing it, you know? Okay, now what? Okay. I think we'll want to get short. This might be good, actually. We'll see what else we have, though. Hmm. Yeah, I do think this is best. We'll keep it shorter, on the shorter side. Okay. This will be good for now. What else? What else? What else? Okay, I think Schroeder's got a very kind of classy look to him still as an adult. So let's see what we can get. Alright, this actually the sweater isn't too bad. Let's see what kind of nice pants we can get. Okay, this will be good, I think. Better, so we'll see what we can get for formal wear. Yes, I think he's on a very classy kind of looking kind of tux would be fitting. Swimwear. Sure. Okay. See, I definitely think Schroeder is certainly on the more serious side. Pretty active. But he's a nice enough guy, he just doesn't really like hanging around Lucy too much. Yeah, this sounds about right. Knowledge is probably good. We all know he's not in it for the money. Creative, for sure. As far as, turn-ons go. What else would be good? Not sure, why not? We'll put jewelry down for turn-on. Yeah, and he doesn't like witches, like Lucy. Good, good, good. Let's see. Okay, next house. Yeah, we're just looking for some very basic suburban houses, quite fitting with the Peanuts. Definitely don't need a 3-bedroom, we just want a 1-bedroom for sure. We can, No, too big. Hello, Doran guests. We are playing The Sims 2, as you could probably see. 2-bedroom. 2-bedroom might be good for Schroeder, because perhaps have his piano in a separate room, so long as this isn't too pricey. Cozy co-op. Just taking a look at these lots to see which one I want. Let us see. Don't know about this townhouse. Looking. Well, let's take a look at this one here. We'll take a look inside, and we can change it if we want. Goodness. Okay, this can work. You know what? Yeah, this'll work. This will work. Of course, I call this town Peanuts Town. Very, I know, very cleverly named. But hey. Alright, I'll get out of the house so I can actually freaking decorate it and such. Okay. Let's see how we'll decorate this. I feel like Schroeder. No, I keep saying this, but I feel like Schroeder would have a very classic kind of classiness to his home, but for now, of course, we still want it to be affordable. So we shall see. We shall see what will be fitting. Hello, Jade Peppermint. Welcome to the stream. Well, this ain't half bad. Just being rather choosy with, what I want. This one will be fine. For now. Where do I want to put this, though? Okay, this can work. Alright, TV. Sorry, just checking things out here. Whoops. Making sure it's all in working order. Television. Okay, I don't want this. This one's pretty interesting. See if I can't get this more only thing with using the move objects on cheat is that sometimes it can screw with the pathfinding of the Sims. I'll just leave it alone for now. What I will do, though, is make sure to give us a phone. And a burglar alarm to keep the big bad burglars out. Next, let's get ourselves a table and chairs. For dining, of course. A huge chair, of course. This is a nice one, I think. For now. There we go. I think this'll do. And of course, we'll cheat as needed. Because cheating in games is fun whenever you, you know, it's not super important. Because, you know, it's my game. I do what I want. Of course, if I was doing a challenge run or something, obviously I wouldn't cheat. What else? These are nice. Okay. Not really feeling this one. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Let's get a sink here, of course. Don't want to have everything but the kitchen sink, as you can imagine. Actually, put the fridge here. I'll put the stove here. I almost forgot the stove. Can't have a kitchen without a stove after all. We want to... Yeah, we probably want a, probably a coffee table of some sort as well, I think would be good. You know what? Alright, maybe we could put it here for now. Just for now. Alright, let's do some bathroom renovations. Thank you, Lucci. Quite like getting all dolled up for stream, cause why not? Don't necessarily dress up all the time. For most things, I usually dress casually and comfortably, but you know what, for streaming, I think it's fun. Now let's see what we can get for washing ourselves. What am I doing with The Sims? So you could probably see from the title, I am making, Peanuts characters, but they're all grown up. Having a bit of a Peanuts month. And I kept saying I wanted to do a Sims 2 stream with the Peanuts characters grown up, and I figured this is a good opportunity to do that. So here we are. Okay, now. I'm not going to cheat too much now. But I will cheat just a little bit. Who's my favorite Peanuts character? That is quite tough. I mean, you gotta love Snoopy, of course. But I've definitely grown to have a lot more relatability with Charlie Brown as well. Marcy's a sweet girl. She's cool. I do like her too. I've got a bit of a love-hate relationship with Lucy because on the one hand, she's rude as hell. But on the other hand, the things that make her rude and kind of unpleasant are also really funny. Like, I mean, is it rude as hell for her to pull the football away every single time and not letting Charlie Brown finally kick the damn thing? Yeah, that is pretty freaking rude. But at the same time, it's also really funny to see him go flying in the air. You don't know who you like more? Yeah, it is a tough decision. All the characters are pretty cool in Peanuts, I'd say. God, I love The Sims. Okay, let's look for the piano, of course, since this is Schroeder's house. What's Schroeder without his piano? Yeah, we'll give him his grand piano. He did have a child-sized grand piano, and, he decided to splurge for a real one. Now for a place for him to sleep. Linus I quite like as well. He's pretty cool. I like how he's got a certain childish wisdom to him. But it's even though he also believes in the Great Pumpkin, despite waiting out in the pumpkin patch every year. Does the Great Pumpkin ever arrive? Nope, but that won't stop him from trying again next year. This is nice. And we're just gonna cheat a little, cause why the hell not? Okay, getting all the essentials out of the way. Let's go for dressers. Yes, I am quite fond of Stardew Valley. Very cool that that was made by just one person. For my favorite character there, bachelor-wise, I'd probably have to say Harvey. I am quite fond of Harvey. Though, Elliot comes pretty close by, I will say. A close runner-up, we'll call him. Okay. Not looking too shabby for a, musician's bachelor pad. But I might have forgotten to put, garbage bins in a lot of the houses. Oh well, we'll add them as needed. It's not like it's very difficult to do so. Okay, I think now we got all the essentials down. Yeah, Haley does have a good character, or I'll admit. I mean, I'll also admit I'm not super crazy about her because let's just say I'm not personally a big fan of mean girl types. I mean, I know Haley does have a good character arc and such, but yeah. I admit first impressions of her weren't the best. But that's just me. Pretty cool, RL Public, working on a house. Yeah, hope you enjoy me just rambling on. Pretty fitting that I'm playing The Sims and you're working on a house, so... pretty fitting. But yeah, but speaking of Haley, I'm certainly not gonna rag on anyone that does have a fondness for her. I'm just speaking personally. Purely personally. Yes, of course we want a bookshelf. Okay, let's get some more lighting fixtures. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time house building because last time I put... Alright, we are lanterns. Anyway, last time I played The Sims 2, I pretty much just did sim making and house building, and I actually want to show you all some, actual sim gameplay, so we'll just do this. I mean, we'll have three households in this Peanuts town. And we'll make some more households later, like Pigpen, Franklin, and Peppermint Patty, Marcy, and all them. We will do that later. Or another stream, rather. And tables, okay. Just adding a few finishing touches. Now that I've got the essentials down. Alright, let me see if I can find something that looks like a bust of some old guy. I joined Where's Snoopy? We'll show him soon. We will show him soon. I'm just getting Schroeder's house down. And also, I did make Snoopy an actual dog, Beagle, in this game. I was tempted to make him into some kind of horrifying, cute dog man abomination, but I decided, you know what, I think I'll just make him a normal dog. We don't want this to be a Nightmare Fuel kind of stream. I'm trying to see if there's a bust of some old guy I can say for like a bust of say that's a bust of Beethoven, but I don't know. Okay, no, these are just like animal statues. I made the correct decision. Well, that's good. Because you can make some pretty terrifying looking Sims in The Sims 2. And I decide this ain't that kind of stream. Maybe someday, though. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't look like we have some old guy busts here. They're an old guy painting of an old guy, maybe? Let's see. Oh god, when the game glitches and gives human animations to pets. Yeah, I think that's particularly prominent in The Sims 3 and 4. It is quite terrifying. Just pure nightmare fuel. Do I have any history with other newspaper comic strips? You know, I am quite fond of Mutts. I guess I can't remember the creator of Mutts, but I always thought that was super cute. I was pretty fond of For Better or For Worse. Like a lot of other people say, I think it kind of went downhill in its final years, but I still quite enjoy it. What else? Calvin and Hobbes, of course, is another classic. Don't know if I love it as much as other people do, but if nothing else, I certainly appreciate it. I certainly have a high appreciation for Calvin and Hobbes. Garfield. You know what, I admit, I'm not crazy about Garfield. Just ain't really my cup of tea. I also can't help but be a bit puzzled whenever he complains about Mondays, and it's like, you're a goddamn cat. What do you have to worry about Mondays for? You just do the same thing you do all the time, which is let's eat, sleep, and lay around. But yeah, that's just my opinion, though. That's just like my opinion, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I quite like. Yeah, comic strips are pretty cool, I think. Peanuts is of course my favorite, but I do have appreciation for the funny pages in general. Geez, what's another one I enjoy? Well, let's see if we can find a nice throw rug to throw everything together. Or throw the room together. Yeah, I think Schroeder would like a nice throw rug. Yeah, Pearls Before Swine. I've read some of that. Not a ton, but I have read some. It's pretty funny. I always had a fondness for the, alligator's, speaking pattern. I do remember that much, at least, about him. Right, let's get a standing mirror so we can, make sure he's looking put together before going out the door. I did read a little bit of a comic strip called Opus, but I didn't really understand it that much because I was a kid when I read it. I didn't really understand the political commentary of it. So yeah, I did think like, haha, funny looking penguin though. That's pretty much the gist of my understanding of Opus. I probably have a different opinion of it if I read it again, though, now. I don't really remember anything about it. Oh, you were just about to ask about Opus. Yeah, and I haven't read it since then, so I couldn't give you any real opinion about it now. Yes, that's the penguin political commentary comic Opus. But like I said, I didn't understand it. I was a little kid when I read it. I was just like, hey, it's that strip with a funny looking penguin. Yeah, Schroeder, I'm sure, would appreciate some nice flowers in the house somewhere. No, I have not read Beano. I'm not really familiar with that one at all, actually, so... Yeah, I can't say I know much about... really know anything about that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the Far Side is, pretty interesting. No, I was about to say what is he saluting at? But he's probably just like putting his face to guard the sun from his eyes. Hmm. Sure, we'll put that there for decor's sake. It's interesting too, as I'm pretty sure the writer of Pearls Before Swine also wrote the special "Happiness is a Warm Blanket" Charlie Brown, so that was pretty cool. Dennis the Menace, yeah. It's funny that there's also a British Dennis the Menace who is, and while the American Dennis the Menace is mischievous but ultimately harmless, the Dennis of the UK is a serious menace. It's quite funny how that happened. Alright, what am I thinking? I should probably give... Do I have a gramophone or something? Well, at the very least, I might give him some kind of music player. Okay, it's a turntable. We won't worry about that too much at this moment. Okay, if I've forgotten anything, I'll just go back to it later. But for now, let's actually start playing the game. Yep, there's Charlie Brown and Sally. Snoopy. So you can see I made him an actual dog. There's a game beyond that. Yes, no, surprisingly, The Sims is not just a, home decor simulator. Just checking something real quick. Yes, I decide to not give my viewers nightmares by making Snoopy an actual dog. And of course, I got his doghouse here. It's red enough. Yes, I like Sims 2 a lot. Probably my favorite in the series. Although, Sims 3 is a close second. Okay, first of all, it's not that I don't need to put that in. Yeah, I like playing with, aging off because I am a super micromanager when it comes to these games. And, yeah, Snoopy, I'm sure he could be the Red Baron in his dreams, at least. Okay, I have cheat objects, or I have cheat objects in the, thing, so I can cheat them to get certain careers I want. Sims 2 Pets on DS. You know, when I was a kid, I actually played Sims from, Sims 2 Pets for the console. That was a lot of fun. Herbs, yes, I played Herbs as well. That's really cool and unique. I kind of like to go back to that at some point to revisit that. It was quite cool though. Okay. I don't remember where I don't remember where the cheat objects are. Okay, here it is. Cheat objects. Duster, summoner, relationship, no, budget, Okay, okay, here it is. This is the, Inseminator cheat object. Yes, I love Sims 2 as well. So, I'm quite happy to be playing this. Okay, where is, automotives? There's probably, where's the, vacations, weekday. Trying to figure out where the, it's gotta be a way to choose your career with the this cheat object. If not, I will be very surprised. Other... Okay, let's try again. Education, aspiration, there is career adjuster. Let's do that. Select career. We'll make you a journalist. Sally, of course, in her very interesting reports. Is there some kind of Halloween event for the game? I do not believe so in The Sims 2. I think there are Halloween themed decorations, but I don't think there's like trick or treating or anything like there is in the Sims 3 and 4. Okay, let's see what kind of careers we can get for what would be a good career for Charlie Brown? I kind of want to say athletic career, but I'm not 100% sure if that'll be fitting for him. Maybe I'll make him an educator, a teacher. Because I feel like he'd want to... Because you know what? I feel like he's someone that wants to inspire people and such. And, and mod the game to give him the ghost costume with too many holes. That would be pretty awesome if there was such a thing. I don't think so though. I actually tried looking for a zigzag Charlie Brown shirt. I unfortunately could not find one. And I didn't make one because I cannot do that worth shit. So yeah. Nah, screw it. We'll put the control pets on cheat. Okay. What is your job? What do you need? Oh no, we need friends. It's fine though. Yeah. Maybe like I said, maybe with cheats I'll make everyone friends with each other. Cause you know, can I give him rocks? Um. Oh, we could put rocks in the garden. Well, there are decorative rocks out there. I'm sure we can do that. What time we gotta leave for work? 9 a.m. Yeah, I don't think it counts on the very first day though. So, the day of, which would make sense if it didn't count. Yeah, we'll get rid of these for now. Probably should put them in the family inventory, but oh well. I don't want them for everyone to see. Hide my shame of cheats. No, I'm not ashamed of cheat objects and all that. Oh yeah, look, it's Snoopy! No, you don't need to look at every single thing. It's odd seeing this not on GameCube. Yeah, it's very... Sims 2 on PC is very fun. I will say. It's Snoopy! Everyone loves Snoopy. Oh no, Charlie Brown's got his dick out. There's something I was not entirely sure I'd ever expect myself to say. Yeah, Sims 2 on PC, great. Like, I love it. One of my favorites, as I've said. You can play with the dog for a bit, if nothing else. Yeah, Sally might look a little old-fashioned, but that's okay. Because... You know what, I mean, Sally, she still wears saddle shoes. I mean, not Sally, Lucy still wears saddle shoes, even though those have gone long out of style. So yeah. Where's it rank in my top 10? That is a good question. So, hello, Velvet Thunder. Welcome to the stream. That is hard to say, but definitely somewhere in the top 10, for sure. Yeah, Charlie Brown, jump! Yeah, and as you can see, Snoopy's got his red doghouse, but of course, nothing stopping him from sleeping inside. Yeah, Snoopy's going pretty well so far. Hey, Paperboy. Dude, go, Brown. Yes. Yeah, like I said, I've been wanting to, I've been wanting to play The Sims 2 for a while on stream, and I figured with my Peanuts month going on, this could be fun. Okay. Oh, I can't read the comics. Oh, look at Snoopy chowing down on that supper time. Go away, Rod Hubble. Don't need you and your computer. Yes, death is in this game, and I do quite like the design for the Grim Reaper in this game. Let's yeah, let's serve you some cold cereal, since so far that's probably all you kids know how to make. What else? What else? I want to say something else about peanuts. Oh yeah, I was a giant wuss as a kid, so I was kind of afraid to play The Sims 2 on PC for a while because I knew when your Sims die, they'll crap. I forgot arts and crafts enthusiasm. You kids. Okay, you know what the heck I mean. But anyways, I was kind of afraid to play the well, Phoenix Fox. I was kind of afraid to play The Sims 2 on PC because Grim Reaper would come and take your Sims when they die. And I was a giant wuss as a kid. I like The Sims now, though. I like The Sims 2 a lot now, though. So, hey, better late than never, right? Summoner, relation, selector. What can I do with this? The selector? Okay, no, this is like making Sims selectable. Budgets. No, toddler, morality, wardrobe. Okay, let's try this. We'll just do motive, license, personality. Okay, personality. Interests. Okay, here's interest adjuster. Yeah, yeah. Clicking the woohoo option. Yeah, better hope your parents don't come in, right? Did I ever make a list of my top favorite games? I have not. I think Sally's an arts and crafts kind of gal. It'd be a bit tough to make. I feel like it'd be a bit tough to make. And I feel like, my top 10s would change regularly, I feel like, as more games come out and I revisit new ones. But it could be fun one day. Don't mind me, I'm just looking at my... Okay, so... Predestined hobby... Sports. Alright, like I said, I'll just put this in the family inventory for now. Okay. It is breakfast time in the Brown household. Get your breakfast, Charlie Brown. Alright, how about you chew on this, Snoopy? Oh, good grief, poor Charlie Brown. He's the saddest boy in town. There's no hope. There's no hope. He's a wishy-washy dope. That's how that song goes. Why is everybody always picking on me? Fun fact, that song was not actually about, the Charlie Brown we know. I think the artist for that song said it was just a coincidence because Charlie Brown sounds like a everyman kind of name. That line, why is everyone always picking on me, though, is quite fitting. Even if it is just a coincidence. No, I do not give a shit. Right. Here. Alright, Sally, you're putting the leftovers away. Yeah, I feel like for journalism, you would want to be more on the creative. Alright, let's see what kind of creativity-related hobbies we can get. Well, actually, what am I saying? You could write. Silly. Writing can be a good way to... you know, get your creativity skill up. With this computer you already have. Also, I know Rod Humble gave us a computer, but I kind of like giving this big boxy computer to Sally. Who's that clown? That Charlie Brown. Damn, dude, don't tell me this count is dirty already. Sure, we'll start off writing some cheesy romance. We'll put flowers in there. Wizards, we'll have doctor. Ambulance. We'll have baby. There we go. They all have a baby in the end. Uh, Belly rub. Let's let me rub your belly. Oh, hey, here we go. We got Linus and Lucy and all of them. No, you're gonna rub the dog's belly. Alright. Scary movies. I admit I'm not, super well versed in scary movies. But I do like those classic Universal horror movies, I'll say. Drawing Snoopy. Let me rub your belly. I will say though, if I had to choose my #1 favorite game though, it would probably be Kingdom Hearts 2, just because of, if for no, well, not, I shouldn't say that, just because or whatever, but largely I should say because of the influence it had on me. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts basically was the game that made me realize, that showed me what games are capable of as a medium. With its music, writing, graphics, characters, and all that. It's really it's a game that really got me into gaming, so that's a big reason why Kingdom Hearts 2 is very special and important to me. Hey, look, Critters can crawl in there. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You know what? Shoot. What should I do now? That's right, I was going to use a cheat. No, let's go potentially use make friends cheat. Good grief. Sorry, I just got thinking about the stuff here. Right. That's right. That's why. That was why I was going in there. Yes, I love the Sims 2 music as well. It's great. Okay, relationship adjuster. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, I don't know if this is what we need. Yeah, I love that Sims 2 soundtrack. Something I think is very distinctly special about it. Okay, what does make friends for me do? Is it like, okay, maybe, okay, I probably actually need to... Make furious. Shoot, how? Alright. How can I make friends with people? There's gotta be a way. Yeah, I want to make everyone friends with everyone. That's the thing. Oops. Oh, yeah, I do want to put in the inventory. Yeah. Okay, so what's quick relations? Let's see what that is. Yes, he asks about day and tell a funny story combo. For building friendships. Yeah, I just kind of want to cheat so that I can have like everyone in the neighborhood know everyone. Okay, good. Now I'm making friends. Linus. Okay. Okay, don't really want to do hangouts right now, so let's just say goodbye to everyone. Just want to focus on getting this household situated. We can talk to them later and such. Alright, lunch meat sandwiches, because that's the only, again, that's the only thing these guys know what to make. You alright? Snoopy? Was even thinking of making the little red-haired girl at some point. See if I can't get Charlie Brown and her to get together. That could be fun. Finally, meet that little red-haired girl and such. Okay. Alright, well, thanks for stopping by, Lucci. Glad you enjoyed it. Okay, sandwiches are done. But yeah, one day they'll let me have enough money and stuff like that to move out. But for now, all the siblings are still living with each other until they don't. So we'll see how that goes, though. Yeah, what am I doing? I want to put this. I'll put this here. Don't really need these at the moment. Got this beanbag looking chair here. Because I know the Peanuts characters are quite fond of beanbags. There's Snoopy just relaxing. Actually, after doing all that, I better save. There's nothing quite like that dreadful feeling of playing The Sims for a long time, only for then you forget to save, and then something happens, and that's terrible. Another thing that's cool, I should say, about The Sims 2 is that the hair actually has, the EA made hair actually has physics. It's the little things, you know? Like, if there's just one or two small things in the game, they'd be cool, but not super notable. But there's just so many little details in The Sims 2 that really makes it feel unique and alive in its own way. We'll put these away. I don't remember the counters getting so dirty so often, or being needed to be cleaned so often, but whatever. Oh no, I won't watch my brother take a piss. No kidding. I want you to read the newspaper. Yeah, cool, huh? Oh my gosh! That's pretty cool. Design, perspective, and rooms. I'm not super knowledgeable about that, but I think that's pretty cool nonetheless. Yeah, maybe there's an there isn't. Maybe there is an opus strip in there. Maybe they'll understand it. Maybe they'll have a better understanding of it now that they're adults and not kids anymore. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Let's just talk. Yeah, like I said, I cannot remember Opus really anything about it other than it was a funny looking. It starred a funny looking penguin. I don't want you to take a bath right now. Eh, screw it. I'll freaking turn free will off for now. Me and my micromanaging ass. Okay, good. He's not going to destroy the beanbag chair. That's good. And we'll just wait until later to get get all of you all showered up. Just to maintain the relationships, you know? Yes, Calvin and Hobbes is also a great strip. It is, of course, my #1 favorite by quite a long shot, but I definitely have an appreciation for Calvin and Hobbes. Well, hey! We don't pee in the house, Snoopy. You know, speaking of which, in the actual peanut strips slash specials, do you think Snoopy uses the toilet or does he pee on the floor? Or does he pee on the floor? Does he pee outside? Yeah, I know the author of Calvin and Hobbes is quite reclusive and pretty private. Oh, Zacharias Tannen, welcome to the Sims 2 stream. Dishna. These nuts. Let's clean this up while we're at it. How come Charlie Brown is still bald? He just never grew. He just never grew hair in all his years. I mean, in all seriousness, I do know Charlie Brown probably isn't actually bald. He just has really light blonde hair that's in a short buzz cut, so it's kind of hard to see sometimes. But you know what? We're making him bald because why not? It's Caillou. Oh geez, could you imagine if those two ever met up? Far Side is some interesting surreal stuff for sure. I will say that. Yeah, I personally was not really a big Garfield person. Honestly, even as a kid, I'm just like, why the hell do you hate Mondays? You're a damn cat. You don't gotta go to work. You don't have school. All you do is lay around and stuff your fucking face with lasagna. You're a goddamn cat. Heathcliff, yes. Heathcliff is pretty cute. Oh. Sorry, it seems I'm just stalling. Good grief, Charlie Brown. Yeah, let me work out in front of the TV. Okay, never mind. We can't work out in front of the TV. But not enough room. It's fine. It's fine. Beanbag! There's Snoopy. Snoopy! In my bed! I don't know who these people are. Well, whatever. Yeah, Garfield. Yeah, Garfield's not my cup of tea, but I can see why other people like it. I mean, it's been around for so many years for a reason, right? One of the Fat Cat 3-packs. The Far Side. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with the Far Side. But it's definitely got its own unique sense of humor for sure. Sports. Yeah, I can see why a science teacher would would enjoy The Far Side then for its perspective on humanity. It's sort of philosophical aspects. All right, let's make ourselves some dinner. Oops. Serve dinner. Mac and cheese, everyone's favorite. Unless it isn't, of course. Snoopy, of course, Snoopy is not sleeping on the doghouse, unfortunately, but he is sleeping in it, at least. Yeah, the New Yorker caps and cartoons. I always kind of I always like seeing the rejected entries where like people make like some really what is it vulgar kind of humor to it. Of course I know why they don't get published, but still it's funny nonetheless. Oh god, I thought the bull was invisible. I was like, what happened? Have you considered reading everything ever? You know what? As cool as that would be, I don't think that's quite possible to achieve in a single lifetime. But I suppose one can try, right? Speaking of reading, though, I have been, when it comes to reading novels and books and such, I have been mostly focused on catching up on the classics. Not that I'm against reading more contemporary books, of course. Just that that's really my main focus. I feel like I was able to find something that looks kind of similar to a Charlie Brown zigzag shirt. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's put this on the way then. Let's have a party with Charlie Brown and Snoopy. We can go dancing with Lioness and Lucy. Put on a smile and stay for a while. Come on, let's dance around with Snoopy and Charlie Brown. Hmm. That's alright. Should I get a front meter up? We'll do a little bit of that. Why is my singing voice so good? Well, I appreciate the sentiment. I admit I did take took quite a number of years of singing lessons. Unfortunately, I haven't had one. I haven't had a lesson in quite a while, unfortunately, but I still make so still try to keep up with it at least a little bit. Even though I'm not really taking any formal lessons at the moment, but it's definitely something I want to continue pursuing. And yeah, I am also quite a theater enthusiast myself. Acting is one of my biggest passions. You could say my YouTubing and streaming and stuff is sort of an offshoot of that. Zoop. Whoops. Yeah. Yeah, I figured I did mention it before. I just figured, though, that, don't know if anyone else is new here. Do I have an actor's resume? Yes, but there's not really much anything on it besides educational, my education and training. Whoa, 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 who the hell is this? What is my favorite musical? Oh, yes, is this a Stray Dog? Grace, yeah. But yeah, mostly just, but yeah, pretty much the only thing my resume has is education and I guess YouTube related stuff, particularly voice acting, such. But yeah, definitely quite fond of the Phantom of the Opera. Really like Sweeney Todd as well. Definitely another one of my favorites. Also like Pacific Overtures, another Sondheim show. That's not super well known, but is very unique and cool, I think. For those of you that don't know about Pacific Overtures, it's about the Bakumatsu period, aka when Japan started having more foreign influence. Takes in its mass up with traditional kabuki theater conventions with American musical theater conventions. Very cool. Also, the Bakumatsu period is, for those that also aren't aware, if you played Yakuza Ishin, that's when that's the period takes place in. It's also Rise of Ronin, which also takes place in that period. Uh, Another one I really like is Elizabeth, which is originally I should say a German language play about the musical about Empress Elizabeth of Austria. Very cool. Does have a lot of international popularity. Japan loves it. South Korea loves it as well. Never got an English translation, unfortunately, but very cool. I like it a lot. It's a biographical kind of musical. Yeah, Ghost of Yotei, Cyan Razor. It's also another one I really want to play. Not not in my most urgent category as well. Not in my most urgent category at the moment, but definitely on the to play list for sure. Yeah, I love the classics as well. Singing in the Rain, Music Man. My Fair Lady is great. Guys and Dolls is great as well. No, I'm saying great a lot, but now. And of course, you can't neglect The Wizard of Oz. Which reminds me, for a long time, after I first watched that movie as a little kid, I didn't watch it again for quite a while because the Wicked Witch of the West scared the crap out of me. Like I said, I was a major wuss as a child. I love the movie now, though, so, it all worked out in the end. Alright, let's get you kids to bed. Yeah. Yeah. Alright guys, and I will probably cheat just a little bit to make their, you know, needs perfectly balanced and all that, and so that so that they're well rested enough. Well, the dog's awake. That's great, I guess. Screw it, we'll just put your needs down a little more so you can go back to sleep. Mm. Yeah, I'm glad you could stop by, Sabrina. Glad you enjoyed, and yeah, definitely looking forward to the next stop by. Now let's clean this. I'll make toaster pastries this time. We'll get a little fancy, I guess. I saw a YouTube poop of Caillou and Arthur. Yeah, I do quite like those classic YouTube poops. Are they immature? Maybe, but you know, sometimes a bit of immature humor can be fun. Oh. Peter and Franklin, even little rerun. Bell, Spike, and Snoopy, everybody's having fun. Let's not go home yet if we stick around. Maybe that red-haired girl will come and dance with Charlie Brown. We got the beats. Alright, Charlie Brown, I better finish your Pop-Tarts up. You know what, we'll put your fun meter up just a little more. Whoa, 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 it's a wolf! Don't let him in! Uh-oh. Someone's getting in a fight. Sake. Corporal out yet for her, Charlie Brown? Yeah, let's get to work. You know, something I thought would be fun is to go. Something that might be a fun stream idea is going on the Internet Archive to find a bunch of oh my god, why are you peeing on the floor? Anyways, going on the Internet Archive to find like lost YTPs and such, and watching them together. Seeing as how, you know, they aren't on YouTube anymore. Because I know, of course, the Internet Archive, being an archive for pretty much everything internet related, of course they have YouTube videos that have been removed and such. Now, let's put away leftovers before our carpool comes. Jesus, hold on a second. I gotta just adjust. Gotta work on something here real quick. Alright. Just something popped up I need to take care of. NBD. Well, I at least got a window mode working on Sims 2 now. Well, let's at least bring this in. So let's recycle this old one. Ah, we don't got time for that. Alright, so let's save. Someone's food dish is empty. It's okay, he's full. At least he's not hungry. Pets have memories? I guess they don't. Do you have time to get home? I might as well just speed by this. Do not need you. Okay, they're home. Hey, it's Rerun. Look at that. Okay, looks like Sally got home too. That's good. Alright, we'll read him just to get to know him. Well, that was interesting. Okay, hey, no digging. No digging in the yard. We'll have you make, yeah. Actually, that's right. We do have leftovers, so that's good. I'll make Charlie Brown get some as well. Maybe we'll just bring out the platter. That's right. I think that's what happens. Okay, this is the mac and cheese. Let's get this out. I thought I put free will off. Okay, yeah, of course, because this is because it's urgent to feed him. And we'll clean this later. We got a little time left. Maybe we'll check out the Schroeder household. Since it's just one person. Yeah, we'll save, of course. Right. Well, of course, give Schroeder a music career. Okay. Whoops. Family inventory is what we want to put this in. La 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 la. I guess we might as well call up good old Charlie Brown. Okay. Alright, looks like so far the only thing we need is to show up in a good mood. Ah, crap, I forgot. Yeah, we'll do it later then. I do want to give him some skills in music already. Motive, quick, skills adjuster. Creativity. Yeah, we'll set it to 5 because we'll say Schroeder might have been a prodigy as a kid, but things are a bit tougher as an adult and as things are getting more competitive. So yeah, we'll do that. 5 is a pretty okay number, I think. I forgot some enthusiasm for stuff as well. Of course, he is all about that music. Oh right, I forgot interesting is a whole nother category. Let's go back there then. Right, this thing. Interest adjuster. Predestined hobby. Music and dance. I know he likes sports as well, but I think I would say he's super duper passionate about music. I'll give him some sports enthusiasm though. The shit I thought I... Okay, house specific options. I see what that is. Cancel. I wish there was a way to just make it globally free will off and such like that. At least The Sims 3 has that. Ah, shit, don't tell me I'm late for work already. Screw it, we'll just have you... screw it, we'll have you eat it, and then we'll have you walk to work, because that's a thing you can do now. But, of course, we'll adjust the motives as needed. You know something, Schroeder? I think the way you play the piano is nice. And just puts you in the sink. We'll go to work. Okay, never mind. Carpool's left. It's fine. Okay, we'll just walk to work then. Go away, Ron Tumble. Yeah, can't exactly greet any visitors if I'm at work. Oh, can I? My kind of goes. Okay, we're almost. Okay, almost home time. Hey, don't read my newspaper. What do you think you're doing? Whoops, not that. I'll see if I can call Charlie Brown now.
Hey, Baba Dondishi. Paradash. Tomanav. Tiragati. Cravo to the Tiragati. Vash Mahabi. Shifo. Rembava tushba. E crendo dobele. E bradavish.
Now, where are we?
Vasha tu pinguadarash. Tika. Fue creno chegua. Double hunda. Rograda. Rogradabash. E canta. Mulaka. Cro. Vash. Madobi yaga. Cross! Que pofada! Credo no mova! I! Faradim. Puetash! Puetash min dediti. Java. Gurishi. Affina ta, decita molto tishi, tanguate, guardati. Esto so. Baba Dondi.
Oh no, not the skunk! Not the stinky skunk! Okay, now that that's done, let's get you some food. Stinky Stinkerton the skunk. Oh, good grief. Stinky, stanky skunk. Who are you? Juan Raymond. Just another townie. At least making food for a single sim is not very difficult or intensive. Oh, finally stopped. Of course, right when I'm done eating. Finally stops. Yes, jazz. Feel like Schroeder's more of a classical pianist, but I think he's got an appreciation for jazz. He did play Linus and Lucy after all, in A Charlie Brown Christmas. Alright, well, I do think this is a good place to leave it, so... As usual, thank you all so much for stopping on by and watching. Definitely means a lot. And hopefully I will see you all again on Monday. Bye!